So Geno Church, brains on fire, and Geno has an interesting project in the works with Fiskars that we want to hear about.
Okay. Scrapbooking, crafting is such a dynamic, large industry, a $3 billion industry, that was one that they felt like they needed to make the most emotional connection with their customer
So the
with.
brief was, this is something we want to do in this space.
And they did a year's worth of research before we even got in the picture that identified to them they had a problem. They realized this was there was a possibility of trying to build a community of people that showed their love for what they do, and in turn they're hopefully get them to connect to the love of the tools that they were using that are Fiskars tools. So that's kind of how we got the ball rolling, and through our insight we realized that the way that we needed to craft this is to develop a brand ambassador program. We did that by going to where these women communicate with others, message boards, conventions, places where they crop. We went and posted either kind of like wanted posters, or we went and engaged in the conversation on message boards out there about that we were looking for a brand ambassador.
That's how you found them, by
That's how we found
being
them.
part of this conversation.
Yeah, and then the big step of that is going out and having a profile based on insight of what we really wanted to look for, but going and interview these crafters face to face, finding out what it is about them that makes them love crafting, how they connect with other people. And we really weren't looking for influencer types more than we were passionate scrapbookers, passionate crafters, passionate about their life. But we really tried to look at creating 4 unique brand ambassadors that will lead their market, and in turn their goal is to have 50 ambassadors underneath them that also start to kind of spread what they call the Fiskars love, so to speak. I guess that's what they call it. And Fiskars gave them total accessibility to their whole brand, the insight into what their future holds, to what their employees are doing, the positives, the negatives, and it was really amazing to see a company open up and it expose itself, and in return give these 4 ladies, after they went through this training, the voice to be the voice for a global brand. We looked for their skill of how they were trying to tell the stories of their life and the passions that they had. So we relied on that, and we took them through the process and the training of what we were looking for with blogging, about being transparent, being honest, that they say up front that they're a Fiskateer, they work for Fiskars, and that it's not hidden in any way. They do have a mission statement that is a Fiskateer mission statement, which is a name they came up with, and we felt like they needed to own it, so they would create the name instead of an ad agency creating the names.
What's the website?
Oh, it is Fiskateers.com. We hope by engaging in these conversations, people are going to feel connected to it in a very authentic way, and give women ownership of this brand. They now have the ability to say why they don't like a product, what they do like about a product, why it should be another color, maybe they have another idea. That's part of this whole thing too, is it's going to open the door to have this dialogue that they really did not have before. They would get ideas or they would get complaints, but this is a way to funnel it from these women that really believe they have a chance to have an ownership in the idea or make a product better.